In this video, we're going to run through the returns process in Ordoro. In general, we're going to cover creating RMAs, creating and emailing return labels to customers, and completing the RMA by receiving and restocking, if needed, the items that the customers returned. So to get started, we're going to go ahead and create our first RMA. And now typically there's two ways to do this. The standard way to do it is probably going to be from a shipped order because the customer's received it and ready to return it. So in order to do that, you'll select the order that you need to create an RMA for, go to Order Actions and select Initiate a Return RMA. You'll see here that we automatically create the RMA ID with the original order number with RMA at the beginning. And then we also set the return from as the customer's address, the original ship to address. From here, you can see that you can add notes from the customer, so any reason why they're returning it. Let's say Janet is returning this medium tea, so maybe it was the wrong size, and we want to note that here. After that, we can set the return to, so it's automatically set as the ship from warehouse. I can modify that if I need to, or leave it as is. And then I can also set internal notes for processing the return, so maybe check for wear and tear, since it is an apparel item. And this can be useful if you have someone else processing the returns than whoever is creating the RMA, just to make sure that they see that information and know to check for that. And then down here you'll see that we have this medium tea selected. The return quantity is automatically set as the quantity in the order, but you can modify that. I can select the return code here, so I'm going to go with wrong size. And then the restock location is set as that same warehouse. I can also add other products to the return here, so if I needed to add something else I could. And then once I'm all set, I can select Create RMA or Create in View if I want to go directly to the RMA that I've just created. So I've created it. Let's go take a look at the Returns tab. So I mentioned there were a couple of ways that we could create a return or an RMA. The other way is right here from the Returns tab. This is creating a blank RMA, so it's not associated with an original order or anything like that, and you can set all that information we just went over kind of from scratch. And then otherwise on the Returns tab here, we have filters where we can filter between our different statuses. Automatically we're brought into initiated, so this is RMAs that have not had any action taken on them yet, so like the one that we just created right here. I can also filter by tags, just like I can on the orders page, and these are separate tags from the orders tags. The returns have their own. I can also sort by status if needed. So let's go ahead and take a look at the RMA that we've just created. So on the main on the RMA detail page here, we can see our RMA ID, our status currently. We see a link to the original order ID, so I can always go there and take a look at that if I need to. We see all of our notes that we added, the return from address and the return to address. And then we also have the options down here to take action on our RMA. So the next step in our RMA after we've got it created is we need to actually create the return label to send out to the customer. So I'm going to go ahead and create that label. And then from here, I'm going to email it to the customer. It's going to give me the option here to go ahead and use the sales channel default, so whatever is the default for the sales channel this order came from, or I can modify that if I need to. So I'll go ahead and click yes to send out that return label. And this is what that return label is going to look like. So it's going to have whatever subject we've set for it, our logo, and the summary information for that order. Any special information or instructions we've created in our return email profile for this profile, and then a link to the label for them to go ahead and print off and ship it back to you. So from here, once we've emailed that, we're probably going to update the status to active. And now we're waiting on the customer to actually send that back to us, and there's nothing else to do until they do. So let's go ahead and go, let's say they have now sent that back to us. We're going to go back into that RMA, and from here what we want to do is receive the RMA. So we're going to go ahead and take a look here. They sent back one medium tea, so we will increase the quantity to receive. This does not change, changing the quantity to receive does not change the actual inventory within Ordoro. This is just confirming that you expected a quantity of one and you did receive that quantity of one. Now for this product, let's say we've checked for wear and tear, it's good, it wasn't worn, and it's like in brand new condition, so we can restock it. In order to actually affect inventory and restock the product, we will need to update the quantity to restock. So before I do that, I'm going to save the received quantity. We'll see that updated to 1. And then I'm going to go take a look at this product. So we see currently the physical on hand for the product is 0. Now I'm going to go ahead and restock this product. So I've already received it previously, and this is a new update here. So I'm going to go ahead and restock this with a quantity of 1. This is to my company warehouse, and I'm going to select save. So now we see that I expected 1, I received 1, and now I've just restocked 1. And if I go take a look at this product, you'll see that I have 1 back on hand because that's the quantity I just received. Perfect. So now we are done receiving and restocking this RMA, so we can go ahead and update the status to finished. And we're all done. It's out of the initiated and active status and over here in the finished status. All right, and that's about it for returns. We hope you really enjoy this feature. Definitely let us know if you have any questions and we'll be happy to help you out. Thanks for watching.